All right, hello everyone and happy Aries full moon. The full moon is at 14 degrees, which means the sun is at 14 degrees Libra, which means Earth is also at 14 degrees Aries because whatever sign the sun is in, Earth is always in the opposite sign. So whenever there's a full moon, the moon is always in the opposite sign of the sun. So right now the Earth and moon are actually conjunct at 14 degrees Aries. So, and that's why full moons look so close and so big to us, because that's when the moon is always closest to Earth, um, if that makes any sense. So, yes, very interesting times right now. This is a super chill, super relaxed full moon, especially compared to the last few that we've had, and especially like the last few new moons. Earth's been bombarded with like move forward energy and like magical energy for the past few months, and this full moon is more of like a grounding time. I know when people think of Aries, they think of like a lot of energy, like moving forward, like leading the way, like come on, let's go, everyone. But Aries knows what's going on, so Aries is more like, you know what, this full moon needs to be super chill. So this is the perfect time to either maybe throw on, think of like movies that made you happy when you were a kid, or just think of any movies that ever made you happy or like put you in that world of wonder, fantasy, like even like rom-coms, like comedy, like movies, things that make you happy, things that make you feel good inside. For me, it's been Trek. I've watched Trek 1, Trek 2, and I'm in the middle of watching Trek 3 right now. Um, awesome movies. And also, very important, I know this is strange for an astrologer to say this, but very important to watch these movies at the highest definition possible, at the highest frame rate possible, because it's almost like it activates your brain when you're watching things at a higher definition, at a higher quality, as opposed to watching lower quality things. Hard to explain, but don't knock it till you try it. But this full moon, the major pattern or formation that's happening, major aspect that's happening during this time, is another yod formation. So whenever there's a yod pattern, there it means that it's the yod is known as the finger of fate or the finger of God. So the planets that are involved in the pattern work together and form like this vortex of energy with each other, and they're reflecting whatever energy that they share. So in this aspect, it's we have the yod formation, right? So let me get my wand. So we have Mercury down here because Mercury just entered Scorpio, which is awesome. But Mercury's at 0 degrees Scorpio. It's at the fulcrum point or the apex of this yod formation. That means that it's right in the center of this sextile between Neptune at 0 degrees Aries and Uranus at 1 degree Gemini. So there's a sextile between these two planets, and right in the center of that is Mercury in Scorpio. So Neptune is like our mystical, spiritual side. It's also like the art that we connect to, how we're entertained. Um, it's the fun part of life. I don't know. I should say it's the fun part of us, the cool part of us. And Uranus as the Great Awakener, and it governs society, technology, inventions, etc. So you combine, the mystical Neptune, the mystical spiritual Neptune, and artistic Neptune with the Great Awakener. Think of this like the Great Awakening when it comes to like technology and society. And so at the center of that is Mercury, which is communication and fast movement. Think Hermes with the winged feet. Mercury is making this line of communication between Neptune and Uranus and multiplying it by like 10, because that's what Mercury embodies. And it's also going to bring movement, faster movement to these two planets in their respective signs. So they're both in signs that they have not been in a long time, Neptune in Aries and Uranus in Gemini. So I would expect more movement with society, technology, and more awakening with people tapping into their spiritual side, and just the art and that they tap into and how they're entertained, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is a great yod formation. And then Mercury in Scorpio is super dope because it's super chill also. Mercury in Scorpio is a water sign, so it kind of just reminds us to go with the flow, especially when it comes in with communication and movement. Just go with the flow and go with the water. Be water during this time with Mercury and Scorpio. So yeah, super dope yod formation. I love yods. And we also have the magic triangle still happening with Uranus at 1 degree Gemini, forming a trine with Pluto at 1 degree Aquarius. And then right at the center of that trine, or the apex or the top of the pyramid, is Neptune. What you see there, it looks like a pyramid. So we have Neptune and Aries again, all three of these planets in signs that they have not been in a long time, especially Pluto hasn't been in Aquarius in like over 245 years. So this is big, major stuff happening. This is probably the biggest astrological happening in modern history. Pluto and Aquarius forming this magic triangle with Neptune and Aries and Uranus and Gemini. It's also known as a semi-grand trine, but yeah, nonetheless, and it's cool because like this full moon, um, is right in the middle of it too. It's at 14 degrees, so yeah, very powerful. And Earth is right there too. So wherever the full moon's at, that's where Earth's at. So this full moon's at 14 degrees again. That's where Earth is at, 14 degrees. I don't know why mainstream astrologers don't cover what side Earth is in, but that's where Earth is in right now because we all think of like the season that we're in based upon where the sun is in. Right now, the sun's in Libra, so we think it's Libra season. I'm not trying to go against the grain, but technically the sun is in Libra, but Earth is in Aries at this time. So technically it's Aries season on Earth. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why that's like a secret, but it is the truth nonetheless. Um, and then, yeah, so October 13th, Pluto is going to go station direct. And um, later this month, we'll have a new moon. And then October 31st, Halloween, pretty much from October 13th, once Pluto goes station direct, for the rest of the month, like there's gonna be a lot of magic and a lot of power. Like there's a reason why I say like Aries knows that this full moon has to be super chill because after this, like the magic and energy and power that we're gonna be feeling from the cosmos is gonna be unlike anything we've ever seen before. Because especially as Mars goes deeper into Scorpio and starts hitting like those 20 degrees, there's going to be a lot of magical formations and patterns happening. We're going to have a lot of star formations happening throughout the board. The whole zodiac is going to be covered with magic and power. Like everything's going to be covered because the planets are going to be so well spread out that it's going to cause northern lights or a lot of solar activity, a lot of super dope anomalies in the sky for us to look at, especially at night, because this is like unprecedented type of magic energy that's hit Earth. And so again, that's why Aries knows this full moon had to be super chill because after this, like it's going to be unlike anything we've ever seen. Don't believe me? Go pull up the birth chart to Halloween right now and tell me it does not look off the wall bonkers because it is. So yeah, I would expect to see northern lights for like at any point for the next 35 to 40 days throughout the world. Um, Super magical, super powerful ones, and probably a lot of solar activity moving on once Pluto goes station direct. Pretty much after that, it's going to be magical because you're going to have so many planets from like 23 degrees to like 1 degree, and they're all going to be forming like super crazy magical patterns or geometrical connections straight from the cosmos. So yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it for this full moon. I'll go over where everything's at. I mean, again, the sun's at 14 degrees Libra, and Mercury's at 0 degrees Scorpio. Mars is at 10 degrees Scorpio, so they'll be conjunct here for the next few days. And then Pluto is retrograde at 1 degrees Aries until, and Pluto is, and Pluto's retrograde at 1 degrees Aries until October 13th, which is going to be super awesome. And then we have Saturn at 28 degrees Pisces, also retrograde. Neptune retrograde at 0 degrees Aries. And then, of course, the full moon at 14 degrees Aries. And then Earth also at 14 degrees Aries. Don't know why we don't talk about that again, but I'll keep moving forward. And then we have Chiron at 25 degrees Aries as well. So a lot of movement right here on this side. So yeah, if you have a lot of placements in Aries, you're feeling it. Like my moon is in Aries, so, and my rising and my ascendant, excuse me, my rising and my north node are also in Aries, so I'm feeling it for sure. But it's more super chill. That's how I knew this was going to be a super chill full moon. And then we have Uranus at retrograde at 1 degree. Then we have Uranus retrograde at 1 degrees Taurus, and then Jupiter at 23 degrees Cancer. So yeah, these planets are all going to be working together for the next month, and it's going to be super magical, super powerful. But yeah, super chill full moon again. Like I said, I spent the last few days watching. I haven't seen Shrek since like the 2000s, right around when they came out. So I decided to. Sorry, I got really loud here. So I threw on Shrek and I watched, and it's great. So I'm already on Shrek 3. So this is just a great time to like make your space super cozy, super comfortable. Like make it the way you want it to be, so that every time you're in your space, whether that's your house or if you share like if you're roommates with someone, like your room, make it super comfortable, super cozy, so you can just chill in it and do what you love. And if you want to create art, create art. If you want to just chill and watch movies and just hang out, then do that. But do what makes you happy and comfortable, and take it easy on yourself during this time. And when I say that there's going to be a lot of energy and magic and power hitting Earth after this full moon, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a bad thing at all. It's like retrograde. When a planet's retrograde, it's never a bad thing. It's just kind of recalibrating those degrees that it already passed. It's the same thing with whenever there's a lot of magic and power hitting Earth from the cosmos. It's a beautiful thing to tap into, and it's just how you want to use those energies moving forward is you want to be doing what you love and having fun and just trying your best to enjoy life and never be afraid to create. And also, I just also want to say that 2025 has been a wild, crazy year for me, but I'm very happy and proud to say that um, I'm finishing it very strongly and very happily. So I encourage everyone to remember that it doesn't matter what has happened before this time, um, no matter how hard it's been or what you've been through, it's never too late to turn the corner, and when you do, it feels amazing. So, yeah, use this full moon as the anchoring point to a new, more powerful reality, and the cosmos are going to back it up because they're going to be working on that thing and figuring it out. But yeah, this is a super chill astrology. My name is Angel. Enjoy this full moon and have a great week.